If I had to start trading again in 2026, I wouldn't be chasing the next indicator and I wouldn't be trying to get rich quick. I'll skip weeks of confusion, the blown accounts and the endless strategy hopping that caused beginners ears. With 3 different daily habits, everything changed, and today I'll show you exactly what those habits are and how to actually use them. I started trading in 2020. Looking back now, it is easy to say it was one of the best decisions I ever made. Not because it made me rich overnight, but because it forced me to learn the things no course, no indicator could teach me. What I want to do in this video is save you the time I wasted. These are the lessons I wish someone told me from the day one. But the truth is, my first year in trading was a chaos. I remember I was blowing account, losing money, and every day I was fighting for survival. But here is something more embarrassing. I wasn't losing because the markets were tough, I was losing because I have no plan whatsoever and I have no idea what I was doing. My screen was full of random strategies, indicators and charts and I didn't even know which way to start. In my early days of trading, I honestly thought success was just about finding the right strategy. But you know how it goes? I watched so many YouTube videos, someone on YouTube showed me a strategy which looked very amazing to me and I think this is it. I finally found a holy grail. So I tried it and I remember it worked for a week or a few trades and I even make some money and suddenly it stopped working. Now at that time I was very confused. I was thinking about what did I do wrong, and then I go back to YouTube, search for another strategy, download another indicator and change my whole trading system again. And without realizing it that I repeat that same cycle again and again, and that was basically my first year of trading. And if someone want to look at my charts were full of random strategies, indicator and which by the way change every few weeks. One day I thought I figured it out, another week I blown another account. But one day I started looking back at everything what I was doing and I realized something that honestly felt a bit embarrassing. The problem wasn't the market, the problem wasn't the strategy, the problem wasn't the indicator, it was the lack of process. No structure, no guidance, and no blueprint. And I was just reacting to whatever happened that day. And I realized that instead of trying to learn everything, I need to focus on few simple habits. And then I made some change in my habits. Just small change in how I worked every day, and over time these small habits completely changed the way I trade. So over time I discovered 3 key habits that completely changed the way I trade. And here's what I learned. The first habit that changed everything for me was mastering one strategy at a time. We are going to talk about on this later in this video. The second habit that changed everything for me was track every single trade. And the last habit that changed everything for me was structure and accountability. And by the way, I'm not promising that it will make you instant rich, but I'm promising you that if you follow these 3 habits for 3 months, you will make your first 10k a month. Master one strategy. The first habit is very simple to implement. Most traders try to master hundreds of strategies at a time. They test, they sample and they jump. That's not skill, that's destruction. Think of like you are training at the gym. Now if you change your workout every single day because you don't see abs after one session, you'll never build muscles. Chest on Monday, CrossFit on Tuesday, yoga on Wednesday and powerlifting on Thursday, and you wonder why you don't see the progress. Pattern recognition doesn't come from variety, it's come from repetition. Master one strategy forces you to see how price behave in the exact condition that strategy targets. Instead of jumping, pick one strategy at a time, log every trade with that method, cut the noise, and then you will see repetition build pattern recognition. But mastering one system wasn't enough for me, because even with one system, I still didn't know if I was actually improving or not. Mastering one strategy helped, but it raised a new question. How do I know I am actually improving or not? So that's where the second habit comes in. Track every trade. Just look at it what all of this below telling you and see if you can relate. So at first we have emotional trading and gut feeling, and let me tell you like this. Trading of gut feeling is the fastest way to repeat the same mistake over and over again. Your wins are remembered and losses are exaggerated. And nothing is fixed because nothing is tracked. And I also used to rely on my memory, and that's turned out to be very dangerous. Second habit is very simple and practical. Record every trade, entry, reason, stop, target, outcome, and yes, write what you felt in that moment because emotions matter. They tell the truth. For this, I built a personal tracking system that I use with my inner circle. But you don't need it. Start with free Notion template, Quill sheet, and simple notebooks. If you want, search trading journal Notion and you'll find free template that you can use from today. And once your trade were tracked, you'll start to see your patterns. The same bad entries, the same day of mistake, and the same emotional triggers. And once you start to see them, you will start to fix them. And by the way, tracking creates clarity, and clarity creates constant improvement. So last key habit I want to talk about is structure and accountability. So I want you to stop trading alone because trading alone means no feedback loop and no one will be there to tell you that you didn't follow your rules. When everything is internal, bias grows, habits slip, and you start to make same mistake over and over again. Structure is scheduling reviews and having a process for post-trade review. And now we have accountability. Accountability is someone, a group or a mentor who hold you to those standards. So that's why I built a private space, a place for real feedback, real review and real improvement. If you want to go deeper, there are communities and free groups where traders share and review. If you are serious, a structured group speeds up everything. With structure and accountability, you will start to see your mistake. When you saw your mistake, you will eventually start to work on them and then you start to make progress. Look, this is not a hack and it's not a secret indicator. It's a discipline and the design. And that's how consistent trader win over time. And if you are complete beginner and just starting now, do this. Pick a strategy, start a simple journal today and create one review session per week, even it's for 30 minutes. Do that for 3 months and see what changes. If you want to implement this properly, I built a private space called Market Blueprint. Links are in description if you want to check it out. So this is the final takeaway you can take from this video. Start with one habit today, master the rest later. If you do that, the market stop being something you fight and start being something you can trade with control. So this is it for the video. I hope you like it and I'll see you soon.